Hello friends, Jere Masih here with a new market analysis video. First of all information in this video is provided for educational purposes only and is not an offer or a recommendation to trade futures, stocks, options or forex. This video is brought to you courtesy of CL Markets Core Liquidity Markets, a lead broker in several financial instruments. And let's jump into our analysis. Here we have a couple of Aussie pairs and another ones, and these are the financial instruments that I'm going to be looking closely this week and the next couple of weeks for sure. So here we have the Aussie against the Hong Kong dollar, and we can see a nice trend line, a completely healthy trend line, uh, and a tomahawk trade, a tomahawk setup. And here we have also a MACD divergence and RSI 28 divergence as well as, and also we have a Knoxville divergence, reversal tab, RSI 5, all that we want to see. The only missing thing in order to place a trade is just the break of the trend line. So we have to be patient and let the market come to us, and do not jump early to a trade. Actually, I am so used to open trades early, but that's a completely different issue. The thing is that here we have a nice target with this June monthly pivot, and if we break this trend line, we could have a nice downwards movement. Next, the Aussie against the Singapore dollar, and we have a similar situation with multiple signals pointing down. We have a really nice, huge MACD divergence over here, and we have two breaks of the level 70 in the RSI 28, and we have a we have a um, fast trend line here and the main trend line over here. If we break the fast trend line, we could start building a downwards, a short position. And if we break the main trend line, we could expect, or we could target this monthly pivot, or at least halfway the distance of this monthly pivot of May, if I'm not wrong. August, July, June, May. Okay, so really nice setup over here as well, and we're going to need to wait until all of this happens, but it is a nice setup. Aussie against the US dollar, we have a really nice setup as well after this wedge, I think is the word in English. We have a nice tomahawk setup with a nice MACD divergence and an RSI divergence as well. And the thing is that we have this awesome entry level with this support level. So in the case that we break this level of 7070, 0.7070, we could target the trend line, or we could target the halfway distance of this monthly pivot. Okay, so let's wait until this happens, and let's jump in the proper moment. Euro against the New Zealand, we have a nice upward movement with no retracement, and in this case we have a nice target with this weekly pivot over here. And the thing is that if we break this trend line, we could build, or we could try to get a fast gain with this target so close. Okay, next, euro against the US dollar, we have a really similar situation than in the euro New Zealand. Oh no, New Zealand it was not. It was the Aussie against the US dollar. Yes, the Aussie against the US dollar is similar to the euro dollar. The situation is we have a complete, in this case, trifecta setup, and we have nice targets down here we have a main trend line over here, and we have this cool, really awesome support level as entry level. So if we break this 1.1698 level and a candle close beneath that, we could start building a position, a short position. We should place our stops on top of everything, and we should be safe. This could happen, maybe this do not happen, but the thing is that it is a really nice setup with everything we want to see: RSI 5, MACD divergent, RSI 28 divergence as well. We have this huge MACD divergence over here, in the levels that we have the RSI 5, and everything pointing down. So let's wait for the price to come to us, and let's jump in the proper moment. Okay, the pound against the Aussie. We talked about this setup a couple of weeks ago, I think, and we marked this level of 1.8220. And the thing is that we saw this level in the past, and we expect of a break, and right now we break it, and the price went back to the level and almost touch it again. So in the case that we have a bounce over here, we're going to be in the perfect moment to start building a long position, because we have these awesome targets as well. So we will wait until the price touch again this level, and if we touch it, we're going to jump in order to get at least gains for halfway to this monthly pivot of June. Okay, next, pound against Hong Kong dollar. Here I have an old lines. I have a couple examples. Do not pay attention to that. But the thing is that we have this setup, this trifecta setup, with a fast trend line, a main trend line also, and we have a nice target here with this weekly pivot that the price just jump. So the thing is that if we break this fast trend line, we could target at least the main trend line. Okay, next, New Zealand against US dollar. We have a nice setup. We have a really nice target over here with this June miss pivot, and we have a multiple tomahawk strategy setups. And sorry about that. And the thing is that if we break this trend line, we could target at least this monthly pivot of July, and if we break that, we can go a little bit deeper and at least target halfway to this June monthly pivot. Okay, next, USD against Canadian dollar. We have a really nice setup with this huge amazing double bottom. In the daily chart, we're going to see it a little bit easier. This trend, and it's really all. I'm going to take it out. Okay, and the thing is that we have right now a really nice double bottom over here with MACD divergent in the daily chart. Okay, and the thing is that we just break this support level, and the thing is that this could be a fake out, and in that case we're going to be really ready to place a trade in the long direction in order to target at least halfway of this monthly pivot, or at least one of the previous highs. Okay, and the thing is that if we do not get to that, and this becomes a downwards trend, we could just place a short position and goes with the trend. Okay, and in the end, I think we already talked about the US dollar against the Swiss franc. We can see right now in the weekly chart, the price have not been in these levels since May of 2015. So if it is a moment for the price to bounce, to jump in a support level, it would be now. This is a really nice setup because we are in the historical levels. And the thing is that at the same time, we have a really nice trifecta and tomahawk setup pointing up. So the thing is that we have a really nice target over here with this pivot. And if we break this trend line, it would be a nice moment to start building, oh, sorry again, start building a upwards position in the direction of these cool, really nice targets with the monthly pivots. So with this, I finish my weekly analysis. Here it is my favorite setup of all of those because we are in these historical levels. Remember, do not over leverage your account. Remember, place your orders properly. Be careful, place your stops, and everything should be fine. No matter if the price goes in our direction, it's our responsibility to trade properly and trade carefully. And remember that the world is crazy lately, and we need to be prepared for anything that the market ends doing. So, thank you for being in the other side. Please leave your comments. Um, please leave your opinion. If you like these videos, please leave your comments. And if you do not like these videos, you can also leave that in the comments. So, thank you very much, guys, for being in the other side. Love you all and see you soon in the next video. Bye bye for now.